It was 2:43 a.m. Mark was sitting at his computer, working late at night. He had just moved into a new house and didn't know anyone in the neighborhood yet. The house was old, quiet, and felt strangely empty. Suddenly, his phone buzzed, a message from an unknown number. The message had only 3 words. "Look at the window. Mark laughed quietly. He thought someone was joking. Still curious, he slowly turned his head and looked at the window. The street outside was completely empty. No people, no cars. He turned back to his computer. A few seconds later, his phone buzzed again. "I can see you." This time, his heart started beating faster. He quickly looked back at the window. Still nothing. The street was empty. Then another message arrived. "I'm not outside." Mark's hands suddenly felt cold. Slowly, he raised his head again. In the reflection of the window, he saw himself sitting at the desk, but behind him, there was another shadow. Mark quickly turned around. Nothing. The room was completely empty. His heart was racing now. "It's just stress," he told himself. Then his phone buzzed again. "Why did you turn around?" Mark froze, because his phone was lying face down on the desk. No one should have been able to see what he did. Another message appeared. "I'm still here." Slowly, Mark looked back at the window. This time, the reflection was clear. There was a tall man standing behind him, pale face, dark eyes, and he was smiling. Slowly, Mark jumped up and turned around. The room was empty again. No one. Nothing. Then his phone buzzed again. "Every time you turn around, I go back to the window. Mark felt his entire body go cold. "But one day, you won't turn around. He slowly looked back at the window again. This time, the man in the reflection was much closer. His phone vibrated one last time. The final message had only one word: "Found you." Daniel had started a new job a few months ago. He worked as a night security guard in a large office building in the city center. The building was huge, 15 floors. During the day, hundreds of people worked there, but at night, the entire building was completely empty. Daniel's job was simple. Every 2 hours, he had to walk through the building and make sure everything was safe. The first few nights were normal. Nothing strange happened. The only unusual thing was the old elevator that sometimes made a strange creaking sound. But one night, everything changed. That night, it was 3:10 a.m. Daniel was sitting in the security room on the first floor, watching the cameras. Suddenly, one of the monitors showed movement. Something had moved in the hallway on the 14th floor. Daniel frowned, because he knew very well. The 14th floor was closed. It was under renovation and nobody was supposed to be there. He zoomed the camera. The hallway was dark, but a few seconds later, a person walked across the camera. Daniel's heart started beating faster. Maybe someone broke in, he thought. He grabbed his flashlight. Then he walked to the elevator. The elevator doors slowly opened. He stepped inside and pressed floor 14. The elevator slowly started moving up. 9th floor, 10th floor, 11th floor. Suddenly the elevator stopped. The lights flickered once and turned back on. Daniel felt nervous. The elevator screen showed column 13th floor, but the doors did not open. There was silence for a few seconds. Then something started scratching on the outside of the elevator door. She. Daniel froze. He didn't move. The scratching became louder. Sish, sish. Then, suddenly, it stopped. The elevator started moving again. A few seconds later, it reached the 14th floor. The doors slowly opened. The hallway was dark, completely silent. Daniel slowly stepped outside. He shined his flashlight down the hallway. No one. But when he looked at the floor, he saw something strange. Wet footprints, as if someone had just walked there after coming out of water. The footprints led down the hallway. Daniel slowly followed them. They stopped in front of a single door. The door was slightly open. Daniel slowly pushed it open. The room was empty, but there was a large mirror on the wall. Daniel looked into the mirror, and in that moment, he saw someone standing behind him. Daniel looked into the mirror, and in that moment, he saw someone standing behind him. Daniel quickly turned around. Nothing. The room was empty. He looked back at the mirror. This time, the figure was much closer, and it whispered, "The elevator won't take you down anymore, ... double quotes ... after that night." No one ever saw Daniel again, but some night guards say sometimes the elevator goes to the 14th floor by itself. And in the security cameras, they can see two people walking in the hallway, even though there's supposed to be only one guard in the building.